What's going on, guys? It's been a while, over 5 months already, and today I'm back with another video, back with my good old Audi S3 8L, talking about reliability. Some of you guys have asked about the reliability of this car, what it is like to own such a car, what you should expect if getting you such a car in 2024, because these cars are aging. This particular car is already 22 years old. Some Audi S3 8Ls are even older, up to 24, 25 years old. So yeah, you would expect some things to break down maybe, or have some issues with the car. So let's get into it. But before, let me close my window. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Smash that like button. Feel free to comment below and to share this video. So, how reliable is the Audi S3 8L? So I have been owning this car for just over 8 or 9 months or so. I've driven just over 15,000 kilometers in this car so far. And let me get right to the point. Did I have some issues with this car? Yes, I did have some issues with this car. Is this car reliable? Do I consider this car to be a reliable car? Yes, this is a reliable car. And should you get one? Yes. But there is a but. Let me explain. This car is not a genuine sports car, okay? It is not a Subaru STI, it's not a Lancia Evolution, it's not a, let's say, a street legal rally car. This car is meant to be driven like more like a cruiser, like a sporty cruiser, okay? This is a luxurious, small, luxurious, comfortable, still comfortable, fast hatchback, but it is not a sports car. So you always have to keep this in mind while driving this car. And I will tell you why. When I just got the car, I drove this car as if it were a Lancia Evolution, the car I owned before this car, okay? And rapidly I got some problems with the transmission. For example, I broke 2 CV joints. I had to replace. I got a very strange noise coming from the transfer case, which is solved now, by the way. But the car rapidly told me, let's say, be careful, be careful. I'm not a sports car, I'm not a rally car. You have to respect me, you have to drive me in a certain way, okay? Don't send me too crazy. Don't expect me to be a rally car on the road. I'm not. I'm a fast car. I can go fast if you want to. We can have a lot of fun together. But I'm not a rally car. I'm not a freaking STI or Lancia Evolution or some other more aggressive, rally-oriented, all-wheel drive turbocharged car. Okay, this car has all-wheel drive as well. It is a turbo car. It has a lot of features you would expect from a genuine sports car, but it is not. It is not a sports car. This car is more of a fast cruiser, okay? And there is nothing wrong with it. It's an Audi S. Audi is a premium brand. It's not a, you know, a brand, you know, like a Mitsubishi or a Subaru or Toyota, which usually, you know, takes the cheapest car around, you know. It's the cheapest sedan they have in their range, and transform it and make it a rally car. It's not the way, you know, Audi makes cars. Okay? This car is it used to be, at least because now it's aging, it's already 22 years old. It used to be a small luxurious car, okay? And luxurious cars, they tend to be, you know, more smooth, more, not, you know, they tend to be different. They tend to be here to give you quite some comfort, still quite some comfort. This car, by the way, is very comfortable. For example, you can drive in this old car to Portugal. For example, I'm in France, by the way. I'm in southern France. I could drive to Portugal tomorrow, and I won't be tired, you know, driving this car, because it has Recaro seats. The drive is still comfortable, even though this car has been lowered. It's still very comfy, especially now, because I've got new tires with a lot of meat on them, you know. And you can cruise it. You can cross Europe. You know, you can drive across Europe with this car. No problem. So this car is it's a compromise between sport and comfort. Okay, so if you don't go too crazy, if you don't drive it the way I used to drive this car in the beginning, I think you won't have much problems. You won't have any issues. Just do your maintenance on time. I know it sounds silly, but some people just don't do it, especially, you know, when it comes to performance cars. You always have to maintain them well, you know. I know it sounds logic, but some people have to hear it, you know, again. So yeah, do your maintenance on time, do your oil changes, filter changes. If some parts have to be replaced, replace them on time, and only go for OEM stuff, OEM parts. Don't buy the cheapest parts around, okay? And you should be fine. Overall, this is in my opinion, a very reliable car, you know. Apart from the transmission, the CV joints, and the transfer case, which was mostly due to my driving behavior, because I used to send this car like it were a sports car. You will be fine. The engine is known to be very reliable, very strong, and it feels strong. It doesn't you know, eat oil that much. A little bit, but freaking nothing, considering the age of this car and what this car is. It's a turbocharged car, a 1.8 20 valve turbo engine, which comes from factory, which comes with 225 horsepower from factory, even though this particular car has a little bit more, because it was remade by Sportec. It has now 246 horsepower. Yeah, other than that, no problems at all. The gears, the clutch, everything is fine. No issues. Most money I've spent in this car so far is due to the you know, the few worn out parts that came with this car. I have to change. For example, I just found some door blades which are less bad than the door blades that came with the car. I will show you that later on. So yeah, there are still a few things I want to change, because they are old, they are worn out, you know, but they are not broken, you know. If I wasn't that picky, I could, you know, just drive this car with some worn out plastics or, you know, small parts. But I am very picky, so I want this car to be perfect, you know. So that's why I'm always looking for parts and see what I can replace for parts that are in better condition or even new, okay, if they're still available. And that's where I spend the most money in this car, apart from the fuel and the maintenance, of course, okay. But when it comes to reliability, I've been very satisfied. I just learned how to drive this car, you know. This car it's fast, it will provide you a lot of fun, you know, but it's not a sporty car. It's a sports car. It's a sporty hatchback. And if you keep that in mind, if you drive it fast but in a smooth way, if you don't send it that hard, if you don't go silly with the Audi system, I remind you, this car is not a genuine quattro. They call it a quattro for marketing purposes, but in fact it's not a real quattro. It's a all-wheel drive, but a Audi system. So in fact this car is more of a front-wheel drive, 90% of the time. So if you don't go too crazy with the Audi system, if you do your maintenance on the Audi system, every 30,000 kilometers you have to change your oil, your filter in the Audi system, I think you will be fine. And would I buy this car again? Yeah, definitely. If you want to buy this car, go for it. These are still, you know, the old Audis. This is a 1990s car, remind you. The Audi A3 8L came out in 1996. The S3 came out in 1999. So in fact, this is a 1990s car, okay? This is a later model from 2002 with 225 horsepower with the BAM engine, but it's still a 1990s design. And yeah, these cars are known to be very reliable, and with no problem I will, for example, I'm in France, but I will drive to Estonia tomorrow, to Portugal tomorrow in this car, and won't worry about reliability. Okay, so that's it. Do your maintenance on time. Of course, buy a car that has been maintained. Of course, don't buy the cheapest piece of crap you can find on your online. Of course, it makes sense. This car was rather expensive for the car it is, but it was well maintained. It's in very good shape, so I decided to pay the money to have a good one in good shape, well maintained, and I'm very happy so far. Okay, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you are into cars, if you are into driving and talking, that's all I like. I like to shoot videos and to drive cars. Okay, I'm a car enthusiast. I know I've been away for a while. Sorry about that, but I got some matters to solve here in France, which is the country I spend the most time in my life. So yeah, of course I've got relatives here and so on. So I had some. I was pretty busy. Long story short. So, but from now, if you like this video, if you comment below, I will make some more videos talking about cars, not only about Audi, some other cars, talking about racing events here in France, and yeah, about men stuff, you know, things I just want to talk about and share with you online. Okay, that's all for today. Have a good one, and talk to you soon.